A new World Bank report predicts that in less than a generation, the Caribbean will be among developing countries dominating global saving and investment. The World Bank's Global Development Horizons report says by the year 2030, half of the global stock of capital totaling $158 trillion will reside in the developing world, compared to less than one-third today, with countries in East Asia and Latin America and the Caribbean accounting for the largest shares. The report explores patterns of investment, saving, and capital flows as they are likely to evolve over the next 2 decades. Titled Capital for the Future, Saving and Investment in an Interdependent World, Global Development Horizons projects that developing countries' share in global investment will triple by 2030 to 3/5 from 1/5 in 2000. The report says productivity catch-up, increasing integration into global markets, sound macroeconomic policies, and improved education and healthcare are helping to speed growth and create massive investment opportunities, which in turn are spurring a shift in global economic weight to developing countries. The opposition People's Progressive Movement, the PPM, took a total of 9 seats in the Cayman Islands Legislative Assembly, one short of a majority required for the PPM party to form a ruling government. The PPM, led by Alden McLaughlin, took 9 of 18 seats. 5 independent candidates won seats, while former Premier McKeeva Bush's United Democratic Party won 4 seats. The PPM will have to form a coalition government to lead the territory, with McLaughlin likely to be the British Overseas Territory's next premier. The results mean that the embattled Bush, who sought to return to power after being arrested and charged with corruption, will not be premier, although he did return to the Legislative Assembly with a victory in the West Bay District, where his UDP swept all 4 seats. Just one member of the breakaway faction of the UDP that voted against Bush in the vote of no confidence, former premier in the minority government following Bush's ouster, Juliana O'Connor Connolly, was able to retain her seat running as an independent in Wednesday's election. Drilling has reached the desired depth for completion in Montserrat's first geothermal well, the government announced this week. In 4 weeks, the drilling team will test to determine the capacity of the well to generate geothermal energy. The bottom of the well is located 2,298 meters below ground. The well is now fully secured, said Ron Beardsley, director of Montserrat's Public Works Department. He said during the drilling they have been pumping cold water down the well to keep things cool and stable, and while initial signs were encouraging, it will take 4 weeks for temperatures to stabilize. The director of Montserrat's Public Works Department said upon completion of a flow test, they can estimate the capacity of the well to generate geothermal energy. Iceland Drilling Company has been performing the drilling work since February. The contractor is moving to a second site where drilling is expected to begin soon. The northeastern Caribbean was shaken on Monday, May 20, by its second earthquake since Saturday, according to the United States Geological Survey. The quake's epicenter was 60 kilometers northeast of Stony Ground, Anguilla. It occurred at a depth of 25 kilometers. Saturday's tremor was felt across the northeastern Caribbean from St. Martin to Guadeloupe, where Monday's quake was also felt. There were no reports of damage or injuries. The earthquake is the latest in a series of tremors that have occurred in the Caribbean in recent months. Earlier this month, Trinidad and Tobago was shaken by a 3.7 magnitude quake, just as Seismic Research Center officials warned the oil-rich Twin Island country to be prepared for a major earthquake. Late last month, Antigua and Barbuda and several other countries in the Leeward Islands were also affected by a 5.1 magnitude earthquake. For the JTV Caribbean News, I am Sean Rose.
And coming up next on JTV News, DDM Director says the Emergency Operations Center needs strengthening as the BVI gets ready for an active hurricane season. Seniors get helpful information at an aging expo, and the reenactment of a traditional Virgin Islands market and 1949 historical march.
Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights!